It's that time of the week again. I'm here at Costco for my weekly grocery shopping, and of course I'm gonna bring you with me. We are going to shop together, and after I come back home, I'm gonna show you everything. Everything, so I can explain you why I choose what I choose. Because if you're new here, nice to meet you. I'm Luciana. I don't like to tell you what to do or what to eat. I share my life with you so I can inspire you to live a healthy lifestyle. The idea is to tell you why I get everything I get so you can make your own choices and in the process learn a few tips and tricks to stay healthy in your 40s. I'm 43 by the way, and that's the way I shop at Costco. After Costco, before heading home, I stopped by another grocery store to pick up some fresh produce. Back home, time to show you my groceries for this week. Actually, is this the best part? Let me know in the comments. What do you prefer? Do you enjoy more when we go shopping, when we are there, or when I show you and I explain my process, my decision process? Let me know in the comments, because you know I'm always trying to make a better video for you. So let's start. Actually, let's start with the other grocery store, because after Costco, I passed by another grocery store because I like to buy a few fresh items there, produce, because you know, at Costco is everything in bulk and sometimes we cannot eat everything, like cucumber, for example. They get spoiled quickly, so we don't have time to eat them. So I got three. And to be honest, I didn't like, it's the second time I passed by this grocery store and I didn't like the assortment. I think I'm gonna look for another one because yeah, look at this radish. Sad, right? They look sad. So yeah, I got cucumber, radish and carrots for my salad this week. I'm gonna pre-cut everything and have everything pre-cut in my fridge for my salad. And then I got flour for my sourdough bread. I always buy whole wheat flour because if you know me, you know what I'm gonna tell you right now. Whole wheat flour is better than white flour because it has more fibers, it has more vitamin, it satiates you more. Every time you bake or you make pasta or pizza, if you can, use whole wheat pasta instead of white pasta because it's a better option. So every time I make pasta, every time I bake something, and for my sourdough bread, I use whole wheat. And I also got all-purpose flour, aka white flour, because I need to feed my starter, and because sometimes it's tricky to make the whole recipe only using whole wheat flour, so I have to add a little of white flour to the recipe. Those were the items from the second grocery store. Now, Costco. First bag. Yes. Oh, let's start by the salmon because the salmon is running away. I got salmon. I always get salmon. It's always a good idea to have fatty fish at home because they bring omega-3s, and omega-3s are essential fatty acids, which means we cannot produce them, so we have to get from external sources. And although you can supplement with artificial supplements, I always say it's a better idea to get them from natural sources. Like if you eat tuna or sardines or salmon once a week, you're going to be fine and don't need to worry about supplements. I got arugula. Oh, by the way, before I move on, salmon, sometimes shrimp, usually are the only proteins, animal proteins that, besides eggs as well. You won't see me buying beef or poultry, these type of proteins at Costco because I get them from my Butcher Box subscription. Of course, I showed you my haul, my Butcher Box haul here. So if you are interested in the other proteins, the main meat we eat on a daily basis, I think it would be a good idea to subscribe to my channel so you can see that as well. Oh, arugula and spinach. I love arugula, I love spinach, I always buy them, and I always buy spring mix, but I don't know why this time they didn't have organic spring mix, so I decided to skip it. I still got 2 different greens. I'll be fine until next week. And here's the tip: if you're trying to eat more greens, more leaf greens, start by the spinach because spinach is more versatile. You can eat raw in your salad, you can bake them, you can top your pizza with them. It's more versatile, but I love arugula. It's my favorite. With tomatoes and balsamic vinegar, I don't need anything else. I got milk, excellent source of protein, calcium, vitamin D, mixed vegetables, frozen mixed vegetables. I like to have them in my freezer because is there any easier way to eat more veggies than this? Working with clients with time, I realized that people don't eat their veggies. Okay, sometimes they don't like, but sometimes it's just a matter of preparing, because sometimes cutting and preparing a salad can be daunting. I know, I procrastinate on those things as well. That's why I pre-cut those before dinner. But anyways, if you have this, you can add to your rice while you're cooking your rice and you have veggies. It can be the beginning of a good relationship with veggies, right? Oats. We don't eat a lot of oats. I use them for my protein balls or energy balls. I make with oats and whey protein. If you didn't watch, I already showed here on the vlogs how I make them. Actually, if you're new here, I'm always sharing my recipes. On my daily vlogs, I share my recipes, my dinner, my lunch, everything I eat, so you can get inspired. And of course, I show you my process so you can replicate if you want, or you can just be inspired and find your own way to make those things. In the latest vlog, I made protein bars, but besides my own protein bars, I buy this one from Costco. I try to avoid processed food as much as I can, but with protein, we eat a lot of protein. If you watched my vlog when I explained my 5 rules to be fit on my 40s, I talked a lot about eating enough protein. We eat a lot of protein here. And even though I make my own protein bars and my protein balls and my protein cookies and I cook every day, it's not enough. So we supplement with these ones, and these ones from Costco, the Kirkland brand, is a good one macro-wise. I like the amount of protein that comes in it. If you compare with other brands, it's good. It's good. And the taste, we love it. Coffee, this is for my husband. He likes this coffee for this espresso machine. Woo, time for the second bag. Here is the second bag. Let's start by the best item inside this bag, chocolate. If you know me, I don't live without chocolate and wine. It's non-negotiable for me. I make sure that they fit in my balanced diet. I track my macros every day. I don't count calories. If you watched that vlog about the 5 rules, you know, I don't count calories. I count proteins every day. And I try to get all my macros every day. And I make sure to make space for chocolate and wine, because happiness is the baseline of a healthy lifestyle. Remember that. It doesn't matter if your diet looks perfect on paper. If you're not happy with that, it's not healthy. I'm sorry to break the news for you, because it's not sustainable, you know? Sweet potatoes. I love sweet potatoes. There is this thing about this rivalry between sweet potatoes and white potatoes and yellow potatoes. I would say sweet potatoes, they are a little better. So if you can, try to eat more sweet potatoes than white potatoes. But if you make home, actually, let me tell you my ultimate secret. If you wanna build a healthy lifestyle, start by cooking your meals at home. Don't stress about types of oils, types of this or that. Just cook your own food. You're already going to be taking a huge step towards a healthier lifestyle. Sometimes we complicate too much, you know? The same with the salmon. I try to have these so I can quick add protein to my meals. I like to have cans of mackerel or sardines or tuna because they are versatile. Of course, the fresh sources are better. Yet, it's a good idea to have cans of them in your pantry, because sometimes you don't have time to cook a whole meal and you are just cooking a quick pasta and you have your tomato sauce and you add this to your tomato sauce and done, you have protein, a good protein in your meal. Anchovies, I know it's a lot of anchovies for 2 people. I get this for our Sunday night pizza. We always bake pizza here on Sunday nights. It's our tradition. I make the pizza crust from scratch, so I make sure it's a healthier option, and I like to top with anchovies, so that's why when I find, because I don't find anchovies every time I go to Costco, so every time I see there, I buy it. Honey, it's a good sweetener, it's natural, of course, and I don't like honey that much, but it's me because I don't like sweets as much. I'm more like a savory person, you know? I'd rather skip dessert and have another plate of savory food. It's just me. Let me know in the comments what you like the most. You prefer sweet treats or savory plates? Let me know, I'm curious, because I think I'm not with the majority on this one. But anyways, I buy honey because I use for baking. I use for my protein bars, for my protein cookies. No, not for the protein cookies, but for my energy ball, for my, I don't know, a lot of things. I got brie cheese. Actually, this one is a treat. It's for this Saturday because this Saturday we are planning a day trip. And I know I'm gonna come back super tired and I will not want to cook. So I anticipate the problem and solve the problem. By Friday or Thursday, I'm gonna make sourdough crackers and I'm gonna bake this Saturday night. Because here's the thing, if I don't think that before Saturday, if I wait for Saturday to happen, you know what is gonna happen, right? I'm gonna come back tired. Of course, I will not want to cook, and that's okay because I'm a human being. And we will probably order some food and it's not the healthiest option. So I prefer to anticipate, compromise, because of course it's cheese, it has a lot of fat, but it's a good cheese, it's a white cheese. I'm gonna make my own sourdough crackers, so you know, balance. Balance is everything. Shallots, I usually buy shallots instead of onions, not for any particular reason besides they are smaller. We are a house of two. Sometimes a whole onion is a lot of onions, so I prefer those because they are smaller. And actually the taste is mild as well. So if sometimes you don't like onions that much because you think that the taste is too intense for you, try shallots. It's a good alternative. Peanut butter. I love peanut butter. I use peanut butter for a lot of things. I bake with peanut butter. I make my protein bars. My protein balls, my protein cookies, everything. And you know what I'm gonna say right now, right? If you're not new here. But for the people that are arriving now, let me tell you something that I always say here to my regulars. When you buy peanut butter, read the label, because you shouldn't find anything besides peanut on the ingredients list. A good peanut butter is made only with peanuts. No oils, no sugars, nothing. If you find anything besides peanuts, run. Run for your safety. Bananas. This is for my husband. You know, I always buy bananas because he loves it. Oh, this is the first time I buy. I saw this baking cocoa there, organic, and I decided to buy it, to try it, because a few vlogs ago I told you I'm experimenting, trying to develop this recipe, these protein packed cakes. Spoiler alert, on the next vlog you're going to see it. So maybe if you're not a subscriber yet, here's a good reason, because I'm gonna show you how to make a protein packed chocolate cake. Is there anything better than that? I mean, so I got these to try in my recipe. I got my multivitamins. I've been buying these Kirkland multivitamins. My doctor said that they are actually one of the best that you can find in the market. So I got them for me, but my husband tried and they are so tasty that my husband is taking them as well. I don't know if you can see it, but they are gummies. It's like eating gummies, but guilt-free. Sometimes I buy these fiber gummies as well. I don't take every day because I try to eat all the fibers I need. But besides my macros, I track my fibers as well. And if by the end of the day I see that I didn't get a good amount of fiber on that day, I take this. If you have any questions about what I got, about nutrition in general, about health in general, let me know in the comments. I'm gonna answer every one of you. But that is more. If you wanna see other hauls, there's a whole playlist here that you can watch, and you can know what I buy on a weekly basis.